Alright, and we're back. I still can't believe I've only died to dumb shit, but that's probably a good thing. Alright. So I kind of have a vague memory of what the next mission is, even though I played this a week ago. This is the part where the game's story starts to fall apart. And, like, it sort of loosens its grip properly and divulges too much, and then it starts to wrangle it back in. I really can't explain it, but as someone who's played this game a million times, I just kind of fuck this next part up constantly. So
The Shadows decided it's time to meet you.
Why is that place in the old ruins so important to you?
There's a powerful energy force at the old house. The metalheads are drawn to it.
No kidding. We used to know the guy that lived there.
So, you're the new recruits who keep getting into trouble.
Oh, no, not you!
Welcome to our humble underground movement. I am known as the Shadow, but you may call me Samos. And you are?
Jeez, Jack, we went through all that to meet His Holiness? Old lock-in-the-head Grandpa Green?
Don't you know who we are?
Sorry, kid. Never seen you before. And I never forget a face. Especially one that ugly.
So it begins.
How is this possible? We came through the rift with you. Into the future, right?
Yeah, you used to look older than dirt and uglier than a knotted stump. What gives? Did you get a little nip and tuck while we were gone?
Listen, boys, I don't know what kind of twigs you've been chewing on, but I don't have time for this. We've got a baron to overthrow, a child heir to protect, an invasion of metalheads to stop, and a city to save. I'd say the schedule's pretty full. Besides, I haven't gone through any rifts. I hate teleporting.
Sure sounds like the old Samos.
Right now, I need you to go to Haven Forest and root out a few metalheads. That forest is my source of power, but I can't protect it much longer. Chase down and destroy all the metalhead scouts you find there. Good luck, and welcome to the fight.
man, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, that was some mind-blowing shit right there. I mean, it is a pretty... Alright, I'm gonna be real here. I hate, and I mean this, I absolutely hate anything that involves time travel. Because as a writer, well, it's really lazy. Because it's so easily... Okay, there's two ways you can go about it. One, you never bring it up. Two, you don't bring it up. Time travel can always... I don't really know how to explain it, but if it's done improperly and handled really poorly with no rules...
You needed some help. You won't be able to catch those metalheads in the forest on foot, so I've left my jetboard at the airlock near the city exit. Since you're helping the underground, I'll even let you keep it.
So there you go. We also get the hoverboard forever after this mission, too. One thing I was going to say is, like, if... You know, I actually tossed around the idea of writing a novel that involved time travel, but the rule I put myself into was you can go forward or backwards, and I chose backwards because I thought it'd be funny. And it's an accident, too. There's no explanation for it, it just happens. And the only thing is I told myself, I can't let the character go back, because if he goes back, then it creates a predestination paradox. So it's just stuck in the, you know, past forever, like not changeable. And I think that's a better way of handling it rather than going back and forth, because it creates a predestination paradox. And yep, that's normal, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Wow, the jetboard's ours! I call shotgun.
I don't remember what the JET stands for. Friends. Really, honestly, the best thing about it. And now we get to keep the jetboard forever, and it's super fun. This is a good way to heal, by the way. Watch my health. I was at, what, 1 pip left or something? Pip, what am I talking about? And now we're at full health. So, handy dandy. This is actually a pretty fun mission. I had to remember it for a minute. I'm like, I know what this is. And we'll get some more orbs while we're here, too. I'll get the Dark Eco Lake ones, too. But yeah, man, I don't know. Time travel is a very fucky thing. And the less you explain it, the better it is. Because if you it's so easy to write yourself into a corner, and it just takes one bad writer to do it. So
Use your jetboard.
use your jetboard, get your sword! That's exactly what I just thought of, I'm sorry. So there's a few orbs we can get here. And this is so fucking gorgeous. I love this game. You know, I still think 1 is aesthetically pleasing, but this is just, it looks better. It's a much more, let's take a look around here. This is the PS2, I'd like to remind everybody, and it's still stylized. It's not ultra realistic. It's still got that kind of cartoony stylizing to it. It's just the right blend. I love it. So the goal here, and I love this. Let's see if I can find one. Where are you at, buddy? Isn't that badass? The music starts kicking in with the percussion, like they're just doing Takeoff. Isn't that fucking awesome? I love it. So you can probably look at this as a callback to the original Jak and Daxter mission where you had to shred the fucking lurkers inside their little baby things, whatever they were in the other one. Because this is very comparable, except these have predetermined routes just like those do, and they can do fucking 180s on you. It's not fun. God, they even have that same animation of like the mole burrowing things. They really do. Come on. Yeah! I don't know what you do to them. You just land on them and they die. I guess Jak is just... I don't know, man. That's always bugged me too. I don't know what happens there. He stands on them and they die. He breaks their neck and like super quick. I don't know. So this part's really cool. We can do this. And look, there's even little fish in the water. Like, god damn, dude. Like, this game just has so much of everything. Like, it's all that attention to detail. Because, yeah, we can't swim, technically. There is an underwater level. Oh, and if you roll like this... Not this, but, let me do it again. I did it earlier, but it's hard to explain. So if you do this, you can see on the animation, if your head touches it, you just straight back up. Yeah, there's not a lot I don't know about this game. I'm really sorry to say it. Just like how this has no collision. You thought I was kidding. I know a lot about this fucking game. I spent literally at least hundreds of hours of my preteen years playing this game. This and RuneScape, I mean, and Grand Theft Auto 3. Those are probably the most knowledgeable games I have. I can probably write an FAQ on GTA 3 without even thinking. It's depressing. So, actually, you know, I did. I tried, and then I got as far as the missions and stopped doing it because I didn't like the idea that if I told my parents what I was doing, I'd get in trouble. As I said in the previous videos, my parents didn't know I owned GTA 3 until way later, after I'd already 100% of the game. And I thought, I don't think I can write the bitch word on the internet. I think I'll get in trouble. My parents will get mad at me. So I didn't do it. And, well, here I am today, right? Saying the bitch word all up in the place. I mean, I'm sorry, up in this bitch. Blaya Blaya was the boss man, called the shots until finally somebody got him, he got dropped. I can't remember the entirety. It's Burning Up by ICP, that's what I was just quoting. I'm dead serious, and my dad first ever listened to ICP, he was like... He did that thing where your parents want to embarrass you really badly by reading what you listen to in a monotone voice. Kind of like what I do, actually. Except much more cringy, and on purpose. Have you ever had a job that you truly despised, like, I don't know, maybe dishwashing or fucking flippin' fries? That's not what he says. Have you ever had a job that you truly despise, like, I don't know, maybe dishwashing or fucking flippin' fries? That's not what he says. I know the words to the song. What is it? What is the lyric I'm thinking of? No, maybe he does say flippin' fries. And then you've got this boss, because he think he's the Don Mega, because he's the head manager, cheap chili fry maker. My dad would just hear shit like that and just look at me while he read it like I was supposed to be embarrassed or ashamed of myself. It was interesting. I mean, hey, at least he never looked up the lyrics to early Cannibal Corpse. I mean, I'm pretty sure my dad's fucking head would have exploded. I'm dead serious. I am so glad he never did that. I think at that point my parents would have had me institutionalized, and I would not have gotten my Pepsi. So, I was talking to someone about that at work the other day, and they actually knew what I was talking about. It made me happy. It was like, yeah, everyone's heard that song. They just don't know what it's called. My mom came in the room, she started screaming, Mike, Mike, and she just said, what, Mom, what? And she said, you're on drugs. And I said, no, Mom, I'm not on drugs, I'm okay, I'm doing kind of bad right now, can you give me a Pepsi? She says, no, you're on drugs. I said, no, Mom, I'm not on drugs. I remember I actually tried doing this. I tried taking that song, Institutionalized by Suicidal Tendencies, and I tried, like, fucking doing it where it was just a loop of that little bit of the verse over and over. And, like, I got really tired of trying to do it. It was one of my first audio projects I ever worked on in high school as, like, a for funsies thing, right? And, actually my very first successful, I might add, because all my cool friends were impressed by it. My first successful song edit I ever did was Miracles by ICP, and it was my first forte into audio editing. It was in the style of like a YouTube poop, because if you couldn't tell, I fucking love them because I'm like 5 years old in my brain. Highbrow comedy only, right? And I can even remember the exact things I did because someone as dumb as me could think of it, and that's the only way that it works. I fed my kid to a pelican at Cisco Bay. He tried to eat my magnets. He ran away. And magic is magnets. Pure at heart. You can fuck it and fuck it, and you can never start. And then, like, where is it?
Excellent work, boys. Come on back to the hideout. I have another task for you.
But do you really? It was... I love my mom for bringing me my mom. I just like replaced every other lyric with my mom over and over. And then I remember one of them was, I seen some kids that'll shock your eyelids. That was the fucking, that one I was actually proud of because I did a really good job on editing it to sound natural. And the other one was Magnets is Magic, Pure in Heart. There was like 3 of those I did, and I just kind of smashed them all into one song. Because I didn't have the patience at that age to do audio editing very well. I was probably like 15, maybe 14. And I remember one of them was, what was it? Fucking my kids, how do they work? That was the other one that I just remember being very proud of how it turned out. And then I remember one of my friends, he just said very quietly, what the hell? No, he didn't say what the hell. He actually never cursed, and he was a good kid. And he just... And I didn't even register it either. He's like, very, very subtly and very quietly. And I didn't even think about what he said, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I didn't think about that. Why didn't I think about that? But, it was a very fun moment. Like, learning that I had the ability to create dumb shit music will always be one of my favorite things in life. It really will be. Remember how I was telling you that I'd do this as a kid? I just go through these areas and be like, this is the Metalhead Gauntlet. I need to see how many I can kill. I need to track my kills. Like I said, probably a very good reason I like Slayer and RuneScape so much, because okay, there's a big difference. You have to be insane to like RuneScape, so there's that. But, I don't know, for me Slayer's my second favorite skill, because it's, well... farming, Slayer, and I really like Herblore. I don't know. I've always liked Herblore because it makes you remember shit, and I think that's important for a game. Like, oh well, all of RuneScape is about remembering shit, but Herblore specifically, it just, once you learn it, and you start to like really get into it, it coincides so well, and you will never have to ever buy potions on GE ever again. Because once you get, like, super combats at, like, was it 92? God damn. You never look at that skill the same again, because you start to realize how fucking easy it is to make money in RuneScape when you just actually apply yourself and not be a bum. fucking burnt food. Yeah, you're really gonna be the hot money maker fucking selling burnt food, and then everyone else isn't gonna follow that trend, and the market's gonna crash, you fucking idiot. Why am I so aggressive right now? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. But, RuneScape does that to you, man. It just turns you into a hate-filled, angry lunatic. Well, hate-filled, angry, obsessive-compulsive lunatic, I should say. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.